Hi, this is Russ McClellan, designated broker at Keller Williams Realty. If you're thinking of selling your home, why hire us? We have a few simple goals. First, our job is to make you more money in less time by exposing your property to more people than anyone in the business. Second, we will simplify the process. Your Keller Williams expert advisor will identify simple solutions in a real estate world that can sometimes get a tad complex. Third, we will save you time. We will handle the entire process necessary to achieve your real estate goal so you don't have to. We work for you. Finally, we keep you out of trouble. Let's face it, we live in a litigious society and real estate is a big ticket item. Truly knowing how to do the right things in the right order is very important. Hey, call us today and let's talk about how we can achieve these goals for you. 509-888-0038 or simply stop by our office located directly across the street from McDonald's at 1111 North Mission Street. Hi, this is Russ McClellan, operating partner and designated broker of Keller Williams Realty, North Central Washington. Hey, thanks for tuning into our show each and every Saturday morning. I wanted to share the fact that we've been in business now about a year and a half. We have over 50 real estate agents, and there's a reason for that. Mainly, it's relationship and culture. You know, sometimes people definitely look at the money and the commissions and the splits. But at the end of the day, it's about relationships, trust, that familial connection that you have at Keller Williams. That's what we strive to do, and that's how we look at our clients. We now have offices in Brewster, Chelan, and Wenatchee. We have agents in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee and Cashmere and Leavenworth, Chelan, Brewster. Really having a good time. So if you're interested in learning about why is Keller Williams Realty growing as fast as we've grown and have as many agents that are focused on their clients as we do, give us a call at 509-888-0038 or just stop by and see us at 1111 North Mission Street right here in Wenatchee.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home. And now here's Russ McClellan.
Hey, welcome back to Home Sweet Home with Russ McClellan and friends. I'm having a great time. You know, Ashley, you did amazing.
Thank you. I was kind of saying that, you know, you texted me a couple hours ago. If I fail, the worst thing, you know, you're going to do is just say, you know, you suck at this. We're just going to cut you out and talk to Amanda.
Good. All right. Well, hey, I got Sharon Crockett. Prime Lending is on the line with us. We're talking a little bit, as always, with Sharon and Michael every week about what's kind of going on in finance. And, you know, one of the things I was thinking about, Sharon, is that a lot of people don't realize that they can be homeowners. They, you know, for whatever reason, maybe they're a first-generation homeowner. Maybe their family's always rented, and maybe they've always rented. Or, you know, and now with rents in our area, especially in Chelan, but even Wenatchee, you know, $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 a month in rent, that's a $300,000 house, isn't it, Sharon?
Yes, yep, right around that ballpark for sure. And a lot of people think they have to have 20% down, and so they don't make that call, or they stay as a renter not knowing that there's so many options to get them into that first home.
Yeah, so when they start talking, and just so we're clear, we're at almost historical lows. You know, and I know I've been in business since, you know, like 1904 or something, but when I started in the business, it was 10%, and then it jumped to 7%, and we thought the world had just changed for, you know, we just got into heaven on the interest rate. But now interest rates, believe it or not, are in the threes, right? And it's like, oh my, I can promise you this, that in time, especially as a country, you know, I did a little econ work, got a finance degree, all that jazz. And when you start borrowing $5 trillion as a government, sometimes inflation happens, right? And inflation happens, sometimes you have to raise rates to combat the inflation. And long story short, if you're at historical lows, guess which direction interest rates are going to go?
Correct.
Probably up.
Not down.
Right.
Although I did lock a few people last week in at 2.875, if you can believe that, on a 30-year fix.
That's like free.
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much. The payment difference is insane.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, when someone's thinking about it, they're listening, their friends and family are listening. And hey, if you're listening to this show and you got a grandson or you got a nephew or you got a brother or sister that could use this information, you can either reach out to us and we'll knock on their door and bug them. Not literally. We'll actually give them an email or call them, unless you want us to knock on their door. And we got 60 agents, so we'll do something for you. But we'll give them that information because it takes one call to a person like Sharon Crockett. And one of the things I love about what you guys do at Prime Lending is you're kind of like this architect of home buying. And what would happen if somebody just called you today and said, Sharon, I'm Joe Blow and I'm paying $1,600 a month, and I heard the show and I'm thinking about buying, but I have no idea. What do I do next? If somebody said that to you, what would happen?
Yeah, that's a great question, and we do get those calls. We get Googled a lot, and people just want to know, what do I do? And so, first of all, we encourage them and praise them for reaching out and starting the process, and we also encourage them right away that it's easy and that it's an exciting time, and we tell them how excited we are to partner with them. So we reassure them and affirm them for their phone call just to make them feel welcomed and encouraged. And then we tell them that being pre-approved is super simple. It's about a 5-10 minute conversation on the phone or video conference these days with the, virtual meetings and whatnot. And then they can scan and email their documents, and within the same day, they can be approved or on a fast track to a plan to become a homeowner.
That's fantastic.
So
and that's the key, right? Plan. It's plan. If it's not today, that's okay, right?
Correct. And there's a lot of people that may not be ready. And we always look at every client as a prospective client and a future homeowner. And so everybody gets the same treatment, the same encouragement. We don't discourage people if they have credit issues or have had some things in the past or spotty employment. We just, like you said, that architect word, that's a great analogy, because we build whatever plan is specific to that client, and we love it. We love our job. We love encouraging people, and people are just so thankful, especially when they get those keys and it all comes together. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the first step is really just visualizing that something can change. And there's a couple of real advantages. I'm not saying renting is bad at all, because there's a lot of times where it's the best case scenario. It's what you should be doing. So it's nothing to be, feel ashamed about at all. It's normal. There is some good things, though. One of the things about home buying is that you're going to get that appreciation. And we talked about it earlier, but what COVID-19 has done is it's forced an acceleration of technology adoption, allowing people, in the simplistic terms, to live anywhere in the world they want to live, as long as they have high-speed internet, and still make the kind of money they used to make, but they had to live in Seattle, for example, to make it. We're seeing them come over in droves. I'm seeing the activity is kind of like it was 2007 all of a sudden. And I don't know if that's good or bad for people. That comes with some challenges. Obviously, when you have an inventory problem, meaning we don't have enough homes to sell, that's kind of a problem with price, right? So we need to get some more homes out there. But if you are the homeowner, you're going to get the benefit of that appreciation. You're also, on your tax return, going to be able to, unless they change the tax code, but right now, and always check with your CPA, blah, blah, got to always do that. But you're going to be able to get that 100% deduction most likely on your taxes. And a lot of times in the beginning, your monthly payment is made up of principal and interest, and a lot of that's deductible. So, Sharon, when you think about that, appreciation, interest deductions, where you're going to get more money back from the government potentially when you file your taxes, is a pretty slick deal, where if you're renting in the market, we can see if we have a high demand and a low supply. That's usually a recipe for appreciation. That means the owner that you're making the rent payment to is going to get that appreciation. And I don't know about you, but I've never really seen any other investment besides real estate that over a period of time can make you more money.
It's true, and I just got off the phone with a client literally last night and was reviewing that with her, because for her and her partner to qualify for the home that they wanted, we had to do some brainstorming, and it included paying off a $290 car payment and a small $100 credit card payment, which totaled about $400 a month almost in other payments, which in mortgage terms is about a $40,000 amount in a purchase price. So if you're looking at a home that's $300 and you're finding the home that's $340, we had to get there somehow. So I said, well, you can pull money out of your 401k, borrow against it. And she didn't want to do that because she was worried about retirement. This person wasn't going to be retiring for probably 20, 25 years. So we talked about that. We talked about the appreciation over time with real estate historically, and also the appreciation over time with the market, and being able to regain and reinvest what she put in, plus paying off that $400 a month payment to help her get into the home that they wanted. So we have those kinds of conversations all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing concept when you can sit and look at something from a different angle. You know, and what I see a lot, and I'm sure you've heard this, but I guarantee you, as we're talking, there are people that say, yeah, well, I went to my bank and I didn't qualify, or I went to my bank and they said I needed 20% down, or I went to my bank and they said, well, sorry, you can afford a $106,000 house, and I'm pretty sure there's not that many out there at $106,000, so we just gave up. And that was maybe 2 years ago or 4 years ago or 8 years ago, and then it was like the dream got crushed. Well, here's the deal. Just exactly what Sharon Crockett with Prime Lending just described happens with us every single day. Do not allow somebody to crush your dreams. Go get a second opinion. Go get a third opinion. Stay persistent. You know, people are people, right? There's good and bad in real estate. There's good and bad in mortgage. There's good and bad in banking. There's good and bad in construction. So if you feel like that answer sucked, do something about it and call somebody else. Now, again, if maybe they were right. Maybe you filed bankruptcy last month. Okay. Well, you're probably not going to get a loan this month. All right. But if that's the case, that's okay too, because there's a program. If you talk to Sharon or Michael at Prime Lending, they can say to you, all right, if that's the way it is, you have more debt. You just filed bankruptcy. So in 2 years or in 1 year, there's a program where you can follow, and you guys would help them, wouldn't you? You wouldn't belittle them, right?
Oh, no, absolutely. We encourage them even more that there is hope, and we tell them stories of other people that have followed in before them in their footsteps as far as being able to be successful. And we love that.
Yeah, the thing about America is this. You know what? There's no debtor's prison. Bad things happen to good people. Self-employed, small business people are being hammered, unfortunately, based on something that was completely out of their control. So don't feel bad. Don't get stressed and say, damn it, I'm never going to be able to own a home again, or I'm never going to be able to do anything again. And a lot of people have been making their payments for years and years and years on time, and they have a lot of pride in that, and it's really difficult emotionally. But here, I'm telling you, this pandemic had nothing to do with you, right? So if you're feeling furloughed, and like I joked around, real estate's a good profession because, you know what? When people furlough you or fire you without your permission, I think that's just wrong. I think you should just be a real estate broker and be self-employed and get to work, right? Stay in control. So anyway, hey, we're coming to the end of this show, but I'll tell you what, we're in allied forces. I've said it before, and Sharon and Michael Crockett, you can give them a call at 425-327-1451. All right, get the pen out. Get the lipstick on the couch. Here it is, 425-327-1451. That was obviously a guy saying that, okay, because I don't even know what that means. All right, and the other thing, you can get a hold of Sharon and Michael at YourStoryBeginsHere.net. That's with Prime Lending. They'll map out this plan, architect of the future of real estate purchasing. Hey, come to the end of the show. Thanks again, Sharon.
You bet.
All right, as always, thank you, Ashley Blakley, for the 30-minute impromptu call. Coming in, being a guinea pig. Like it. Hey, as always, throw the phone in the drawer, right? Get your face out of the screen. Be nice to each other. Go outside. Go for a hike. Go for a jog. Go for a walk. Watch a sunrise. Watch a sunset. Enjoy your life. All right? Have some fun today. It's a good day to be in America. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next Saturday. Have a good time.
Thank you. See you guys soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I have a new home. Home sweet home. Thanks, Keller Williams. I love my dream home.
The preceding program is sponsored in part by Keller Williams, Prime Lending, and Frontline Real Estate.